All right, let's talk about the Alabama Crimson Tide and their helmets. Many think this is the only look they've ever had. That's not the case. They've had a few other looks, but not many. What they have had is the crimson and white rockin' since 1892. The players either wore a large white sweater with a U and an A on it or a crimson sweater with a large white A. But we're not here to talk about sweaters. We're here to talk about helmets. In 1949, Alabama had a white helmet with a single stripe. Now, the color in this era leaned more cardinal red than crimson. Then in 1955, for just one season, they went with a plain white helmet. The following year in 56, the stripe returned, and in 57, numbers appeared on the helmet as well. This was Alabama's look until December 17, 1960, when Bama met Texas in the Bluebonnet Bowl. That's the first time the Crimson Tide wore a crimson helmet with the white stripe and white numbers. In the 1961 season, both helmets were options. Alabama wore crimson helmets for 7 games that year and white helmets for 4 games, including the Sugar Bowl against Arkansas. In 1962, the crimson helmet became the dominant look, unless Alabama played a night game or a team with a similar helmet color. In that case, just the receivers or running backs would wear the white helmet, while the rest of the team wore the crimson helmet. This is a practice Alabama continued for at least one game a season through 1968. This footage is from their 1966 game against Mississippi State. In 1969, college football was celebrating 100 years of football. Alabama opened the season against Virginia Tech. The defense wore white helmets with a 100 sticker and a center stripe. The offense and special teams wore the crimson helmet with a 100 and white center stripe. The following week and for the remainder of the 69 season, the entire team wore the crimson helmets. In 1970, white and crimson helmets with numbers are back. This time, the team would all wear the same helmet. White was worn for 4 games, crimson for 8. In 1971, white helmets were worn for the last time and then retired. Crimson became the Tide's look moving forward. Then in 1983, white helmets came out of retirement and were used for 3 road games and 2 home games, including this game against Southern Miss. The helmets were also worn for 3 road games in 1984 and then never used again. Don't look for the white helmets to return under Nick Saban. He said in 2022 he has no interest in bringing that look back. Since 1985, Alabama has had one look: crimson helmet, white numbers, white stripe. Except for one game in 2010 against Mississippi State, when a houndstooth pattern was added to the center stripe. This was a Nike Pro Combat design with the houndstooth used as a nod to legendary Alabama football coach Bear Bryant. That's Alabama's helmet history. Light up the comments. Let me know who you want to see next and follow Hooked on Helmets so you don't miss it.